Good morning, everybody. Beautiful day. Sun is shining again. Can't see much between the baler and the tractor here, but it is shining. It is amazing. I've got the round baler pulled out behind the tractor here, and just got a couple of extra bales of twine down here somewhere there, and gonna put them in. It holds 3 on each side, so figure we might as well put some in there rather than carting them someplace else where it's taking up valuable space. Put them right in the baler. And on top of that, I'm going to work on my farm wall. I got, there's a rubber boot that I ordered from Case, and I got to install it yet. It's a very cheap little part, but without it, it leaks a little bit of oil constantly, and so you're putting very expensive hydraulic oil in all the time. So I'd like to get that accomplished as well yet before we go, and just get it out of the way, then I know it's done. So that's kind of what we're up to. We took some parts off too. We had a weather monitor system, tells us the temperature outside, the wind speed, and all that jazz. We took that off the shop here. Last minute things, as you're running around, you find another shovel and a fork. I found one of the kids must have brought a fork out over here again. And anyway, just keeping track of all that, loading it up. Keeps us going. So that's what we're up to at the moment. Yeah, they just have less twine on them. But the price is right. This is a 40,000. This is 28,000. I believe that stands for the feet. Yeah, feet. So there's 28,000 feet of twine, and here there's 40,000 in this big guy. Or there was. There isn't anymore. Just bring them over there, and then you can come back here and I'll show you how to do this. One string comes from the outside. One from the inside. The inside one has to get hooked up. The outside one hooks to the next bale. I always like to cut this back. Do not hit the twine. Okay, because then it'll cause a weak spot. So that's on the outside now. This guy will pull all this crinkly stuff out. That's a bunch of it anyway. You gotta take the center twine from the middle and tie it to the outside of the bale. That way when this is done pulling it from the center, it'll pull this guy and it'll start pulling from this center. Make sense? That knot has to be very small or it'll get jammed in the system. And the outside of this guy goes to the next bale. You tie it right now, we'll leave it there. And this guy we will do the same. Cut that frayed stuff off. Run her through there. And run it to this guy. And now she's good. You got the 56,000 feet plus whatever's in here. I'm not sure how much is left there. Make quite a few bales before we run out of that. There he is. Okay, Wes, you're gonna run around eating tools. Are you feeling your tongue out? This is how you really get a lot of work done like this. And if you want to work faster, you have to do that. It works. It is dark in here. Pardon? Yep, that's it. That's all. It just sits in here and keeps the oil from coming out of this diff.
I thought you had to.
We should have a treble light someplace. Folks. Pull that pin. That would release. Oh yeah, then that would come out and that would be loose. There's no bloody rest. Okay, this is the diff. It's full of oil.
Okay.
Right, all the hydraulic oil and stuff and the diff oil, it's all in the same pot. And this is the brake shaft hooked up to the brake pedal. Same as in a car, you get your brake lines. And that's your cylinder here. And that pulls on this rod to activate the brakes. So because the brakes were out of adjustment, here you can adjust the nut. They were out of adjustment, there's too much travel. This boot got wrecked. And so it's a tight seal on there. So now, or wrecked, whatever, it must have a crack or something in it, and that allows the oil from here to come out up to that level. And I need it higher than that to be at the right level. So I don't like driving it low on oil. That's why we hardly use this thing now. They told me I had to split the whole tractor and redo the brakes. Now I've got it adjusted so there's hardly any travel now again. I think we'll be fine. We just need to replace the boot. In order to pull that out, I need this straight. There, got that job done. It was a bit tricky getting in there. There's not a whole lot of room to work underneath that tractor, but I got it all done, and then I topped up the hydraulic oil. Actually, it was considerably low. I haven't used this tractor for most of the summer, other than just moving it back and forth out of the way, but just because I wanted to get that fixed. So it probably took about a little over 20 liters of hydraulic oil to get it back up to where it should be. So good to go now. We'll get it out and get my van back in. I got to finish packing it. I don't know if I'll get around to that today. I'm working on getting the bus ready and this tractor ready because they're probably the first two that are going to leave, and then we'll get the rest of the stuff on the second load. So that's what we're after. We are still cleaning up, getting ready to go. Got a bunch of stuff done already, and gonna carry on here. I'm gonna burn some more garbage. This is our garbage pile, all stuff that we don't need, can't take along, leftover construction supplies, you name it. So this is the last day for packing the bus, and then truck's coming tomorrow. We keep changing our minds, but we're gonna put the bus on the first load with the small tractor and send that out with some gates and things like that underneath. And then the last load's leaving on Friday. That'll be the other tractor, the baler, and the wrapper. Now that might change again, but that's the plan. So if all goes well, we're actually going to be out of here this weekend as well. But we'll see how that goes. We're going to clean this pile up, and there's more stuff. I don't want to leave this place a mess. Neither does Denise, so we want to clean it up and hand it over as clean as when we got it anyway. So we'll do our best to tidy up stuff that's broken or garbage. We might as well just throw it out rather than leaving it for these other people. It doesn't seem very nice. So that's what we're working on, cleaning up, tidying up, and getting that bus filled before tomorrow morning. I'm probably going to drive it to the loading dock tonight, and then it'll be ready to go for tomorrow. So anyway, we'll take you along for that today. It's gonna fit! Woo! I don't know. I think that's probably gonna have to be good.
Is it in?
Hey? Well, it's not where I wanted it, but I mean, it's in, and it'll have to work, I think. Should have bought a bigger bus. Okay. I need a nap. Oh. What do we got left?
Who ordered this snowstorm?
I don't know.
Terrible.
The good news of the snowstorm is that there's going to be stuff that we can't find. So we should have more room. While many of you across the States for sure, and a lot of our friends in Ontario as well, are enjoying warm weather, we're still in snow. It doesn't want to go away. It just adds to the excitement of packing. And it just keeps snowing, and there's stuff laying out in the lawn still that we can't find. Well, I hope there isn't, but I'm sure there's a few items that are going to go missing. Oh well, probably won't remember that we had them anyway. We are still packing. There is not a whole lot of room left, which makes the stress level go up because we keep finding more things that need to get put away, and we don't really have a whole lot of room for them. So this is the bus. This is how much room I have left here at the back between this mattress and a little bit more space here. We're getting to the end. I've got a rocking chair, one more kitchen chair, one more of these patio chairs, and then I've got a little bit of room. I put a plywood sheet across the two freezers in the back. I don't know if you can see that. So I've got a vacuum pump left yet for my milking equipment. It's going to go on the bottom here, and an air compressor, and then some small stuff. We can stick a few things underneath there yet. Really getting down to the nitty gritty. So the front of the bus still has a bit of room. I can still stick some stuff up there too. So I got a couple items from the house here yet, and then that's complete. And then I will be driving this forward to the shop, and we will see what we can get into the front, maybe some small tools and things like that. Yeah, there is still a one patio table we took apart that we want to take it along as well. Just one of those glass ones, if you know what I mean, like 4 feet by 5 feet or something. So we took the legs off it, so it's a lot smaller. We have one in the bus already, and so I got that one to put in here. Yep, all the patio chairs, the other patio chairs are in here already. Yeah, last minute stuff, just cramming this here, cramming that there. We've got a lot of stuff in our camp trailer. We've got a lot of our kitchen chairs are in there, a couple extra mattresses. Once we get there, so we're only going to spend 2 nights in there on the road, most likely, maybe 3 nights at the most. Then once we get there, a lot of this stuff can come out again, and then we'll have space, right? We're going to set up our eat tent outside. We'll set up our camp trailer with the awning out. We'll put up some tarps, and the kids can sleep in tents, and yeah, it'll all work out. Then we'll have more space, but it will be a little bit tight in the meantime. I'll show you what we have for space in the front of the bus yet. I've got this is our old harvest table. We've had this since we got married, basically. We bought it at an auction sale, I think just before we got married. Yeah, or just after, but it's been around for a few years. We've done a lot with it. There's the piano packed in here. There was the first item in, and then she's heaped full. The slide. Here's our patio chairs. There's 2 separate sets here. One we got from my mother, and the other one we picked up at an auction sale. So I want to take them all along. A couple of rocking chairs. These things are really nice. My mother-in-law gets one for every child on the first birthday. Well, and my father-in-law, I guess. Very unhandy to pack. We love them. They're great. And the kids, you know, it's a little thing for the kids. You got a little message written on the bottom of them. But what a pain to pack. They're just an awkward item that they just don't really fit anywhere, right? They don't stack. So anyway, we got room in there yet, a little bit. In between the seats, we got room in the alley here. I think I'm going to fill that up with rakes and shovels and forks and other farm implements if I can. And then on the other side, we still got some room in these benches. I have a cord laying there. That's for the freezer to plug into. That runs all the way to the back, so that needs to be plugged in once we get where we're going, because we have a bunch of meat and some other stuff, just like some frozen veggies and things like that. So that'll need to be kept cool here. It's cold enough still that it's not plugged in right now, but in Ontario it is, I think I just looked today, it was plus 10 or 12 or something, so definitely we'll have to plug that in when we get there. Well, hopefully our friends will remember to plug it in, but it'll be there soon. This is leaving tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. I just found out the truck's coming, so it'll be heading out then. And then it should be there, and I don't know, probably, is that Tuesday? So it'll probably be there on Thursday, Friday, something like that. So yeah, anyway, so the driver's area is still open. I just need enough room to get to sit down here and drive it onto the transport truck, and then the rest of this can still fill up with space. So I got a little bit, but it doesn't make you feel very good when you get down to the end, and then, you know, the kids pull out some other item that, oh, this has got to come in, and I'm like, oh no. But we're getting there. It's getting there, and you know what? If something stays behind, it's just material things. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. We got the most important things. That's the kids and us. So yeah.